Most people know me because of something I've built. See, all I was trying to do was explore what can be done. I was not this confident after that big failure. I was not decisive either about what I want to do. But now I'm here in this villa. I just went through a presentation for the product I built from scratch in 3 weeks. And I can do that again and again and again. Hey, I'm Dhairya. I'm from Cohort 8, and for the demo day, my team's name is Team Infinity. We're building a US real estate transaction management software, which means basically when a property is being sold from a seller to a buyer, we help with that transaction, arranging all the documents, all the people you have to coordinate with, etc., etc. I won't get into the depth of it. See, looking back, from my early childhood, my favorite thing was to go play with my friends in the garden we had, and I used to build these silly games for different things. There was this game called Acting. We were supposed to build a story so everyone could become a main character in that story and present it to a few judges, which were 6-year-olds. So I think that is when it started, that is when it started that, hey, what do you guys want to play? What do you want to play? What do you want to engage yourself in? And that is when I started thinking about those things. Looking back, it's easy to figure out. Then it wasn't. I was confused about what I want to do. Studies, not my thing, right? I'd rather play. I'd rather watch National Geographic because Tiger, right? In 10th, I'm 80% kid. No one gets 80% in 10th. People who get into IITs, they don't. But my parents wanted me to get into IIT. So for 11th and 12th, I went to Kota. That's where it started, right? That's where I think the adulting kind of started. I was 15 years old in class 11th and was in Kota. I was, not a studious kid, but that was the first time I realized, hey, that maybe if I put my attention to something, I can achieve good results. So I did well. For 2 years, in Kota, you rise through the challenges, you rise through these batches based on your rank. And eventually, I was in a very good batch. I was supposed to get into IIT, Computer Science. IIT Bombay was the goal. And the rankings I was getting indicated that I could do it. I didn't, right? Got a 4-number rank, and that does not get you there. So I ended up in a good college, honestly. When I entered college, it was always just exploring, what do I want to do? I decided to do for a BTech Computer Science because I wanted to build games. That is what I was used to doing, right? I was used to playing, and people my age, they wanted to play games, and I was just trying to build a better experience for them. In college, I attempted building games, great experience. In a few internships, I've been the senior game designer of sorts, managing my own teams, very good experiences. But my college started with drama. Coming back from that, most people know me because of something I've built. It might be a play, it might be a society, it was a business at one point. And see, all I was trying to do was explore what can be done, right? Dramatics, debating, travel, product had not entered the picture yet. The lockdown was a big factor in how things changed. During the lockdown, people my age, we had a lot of time to either waste on the internet or just spend it with yourself alone in your room, trying to think about it all. And while it had the negatives, it sure had the positives too. I got to think, right? I learned a few skills from my first year college experience. I knew storytelling. I knew how to game design. I'd worked in an internship there, right? And I knew debating. So I focused on those things. I focused on socializing, I focused on storytelling, and I focused on building games. I participated in many game jams for that. That brought me to a point that when the metaverse boom was happening, towards the end of the lockdown, I landed myself a very good position in a metaverse-focused company. We were building this revolutionary product, which everyone thought they were building, and it was a very actually educational experience. So I think that was the first time I ended up in a product role. I did not know what product was still, but I was working with design, I was working with sales, I was working with marketing and the developers, and we were trying to build something our users can use. We were noticing the metrics. We were trying to talk to them to understand their problems and pain points, right? I did not know the lingo yet, but that is what we were doing essentially. Eventually, I was introduced to the world of product, and because of the things I built in college, I'm talking about the travel society I built, THC. The idea was to train people. The idea was to teach you to sell, teach you to market through a travel service we're providing. And that is when I entered kind of the edtech thinking, right? My eventual goal, my destination, it's supposed to be edtech. And I knew that. Product still wasn't the focus. I planned on doing this extremely academic route. I was going to go for Masters in Cognitive Science at IIT Delhi. I got to rank 16, AR16 for that. And I was waitlisted. AR15 got in. Just at the edge, I did not, right? So when I found Unlearn, I was looking for a kind of rope to hold on to, because I just wanted to use my cognitive science learnings to build a better educational framework. Now I can't do that. What should I do? Well, the next best option is just building it, right? Just building it as a business from scratch, understanding what they want in edtech and building it. I just Googled up product management. Unlearn, recommended by many people, was at the top of those courses. Did my research, ended up here. My idea was, you know what, I'm going to find a good community here. I'm going to find good people here, and I'm just going to learn everything I can from everyone. You know, they must know something I don't. So how about I listen to them? How about I give them the time of my hour and see what they can teach me? And I think that's been an excellent thing to be doing at Unlearn. Like the community here, lovely. You know, I've built actually good friends here, and they've taught me a lot. The mentors, Vinay, Sid, Patro, even Rohan, right? You have been essential to how I've grown in the past 2 months. I was not this confident after that big failure. I was not decisive either about what I want to do. But now with, I'm here in this villa. I just went through a presentation for the product I built from scratch in 3 weeks. And I can do that again and again and again, right? So I'm going to still do the same thing I wanted to do as a child, right? When I was a child, it was a game. When I ended up in Kota, it was building an education system. When I was in college, it was teaching people how to be entrepreneurs, because I decided to start my own business and I learned from that. It's always been about enabling people to do what they want to do at my age. Games, study, entrepreneurship. And I'm going to continue with that. Unlearn is a very good platform. It's edtech again, right? Similar to that. It doesn't matter if I did not, get into this academic, research-oriented position I wanted to or not, because considering the amount of people I've talked to in the past 2-3 weeks for my user interviews, that's a lot of research. Going forward, I'm gonna, this product we built at Unlearn, it's proven to be mind-opening to some degree. The US real estate market, it's very exciting, right? And I am getting to build these concepts in my head and I'm getting to apply them there. And we're seeing results. We are very close to getting our first buyers on our product, which we've sold to them, right? So yeah, for now, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to learn to be a better product manager. And soon enough, I'll be back to building things.